Hey guys, welcome back to Munchie Mondays with me. Today we're going to make Slobby Joe Mac and Cheese. Right now we're going to start with the sauce. What we're going to need is tomato sauce, tomato paste, brown sugar, Worcestershire sauce, and salt and pepper. Once you have everything ready, let's go ahead and make the sauce. So first we want to get 3/4 cup of tomato sauce. You can use just regular Sloppy Joe mix. I think this tastes better making it from scratch. And then we're just gonna do 1 tablespoon of the tomato paste. Then you're gonna need 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce as well. So grab that spoon again and just fill up 2 of them. Then next you're gonna need 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And then you wanna do maybe a pinch of salt as well. And then another pinch of pepper. Perfect. And you wanna whisk that together. Alright, perfect. So that's your Sloppy Joe mix. And you can even use this if you want to do just homemade Sloppy Joes as well. Do the same ingredients for the mix. Turns out perfect. So we're all done with the sauce. We're going to move over to the stove and we're going to start cooking the noodles, also the meat, and we'll mix everything in at the end. Alright, so I have my pan already hot. It's been on medium high for a few minutes now. So we're going to go ahead and spray it with some Pam. Start cooking the meat. Today I'm using turkey meat. I think it tastes better than regular meat. It's healthier too. So we're going to use that. So you just want to spray a good amount everywhere. And I have a chunk of turkey meat. So break that up. And you just want to cook that for 5 to 7 minutes so it gets browned. And I also have my water getting ready to boil. I put it on high so that the water can boil. And we'll put the egg noodles back in there in a minute. So you also want to kind of season this as well. You don't want bland meat. No one likes bland meat. So we're just going to use salt and pepper and maybe a little bit more spicier as well. And then if you want your water to boil a little faster, so old wives' tale, but you can always add salt to it. For the noodles, I just have your basic extra wide egg noodles, just so it can get all that flavor in there real well. So our water looks like it's starting to boil. We can go ahead and add the noodles now. So I'm just gonna let that sit in there for a minute, let that cook. The water is gonna boil a little bit, but what I really like about egg noodles is water never boils over. So that's something always valued with noodles. All right, so our noodles are almost done. They probably have about a minute or so left. So we're gonna go ahead and put that meat back on the medium to high heat range. We're gonna let that sit for a minute. We still have some red in there. We didn't wanna cook it fully and then cook it even more. So we're going to cook that, and then once you think that that's ready, go ahead and add your sauce that you made earlier, drain your noodles, add the noodles, then we're ready to eat. Now that it's pretty cooked through, I'm going to go ahead and taste it, see how the seasoning is, and if you need to add more seasoning, go right ahead. So we're going to add the meat to a little bit bigger pan, that way we can add the noodles in and they're not spilling over. And this is when you'll add your sauce in as well, so remember that sauce that we made at the beginning. You just want to mix that in so that all the meat gets that sauce. You want to do this before you add the noodles so that your meat gets it first, because your meat's what's going to soak all of that in. Go ahead and add our noodles next. So there's an option. You can always put this in a serving dish and put it in the oven for just a few minutes. You don't have to. That's up to you. Today I'm not going to. So now it's ready to be served, but before we do that, we always want to add sharp cheddar on just so it melts into the noodles and the meat. I have half a bag, so we're going to go ahead and do half a bag. Okay, so once that mixes in, we'll let that melt, and then you're ready to serve. Today, we are making crock-pot baked ziti, of course, on Crock-Pot Tuesdays. So, let's get started.